Hey, welcome. So today is the 6th day after facial feminization surgery on October 2nd. And today I'm going to just basically give an idea of what the 6th day surgery was like and what I experienced today and what am I seeing that I like about the surgery afterwards. So as you can see, there's a lot of swelling still within my facial features. This definitely is not what I would call my ideal final image. I'd like definitely to be a little slimmer in the face, but a lot of that's just due to the edema that has set in. So I have a lot of swelling on this side here, and a lot of swelling here, and of course we can see we have some short bruise marks here, and then we got this really odd one. This actually came up yesterday, this bruise mark here. So the surgery that I had done was supposed to be a very simple surgery. So we were scheduled for 2 hours in the operation room, and then my physician came back, and you see we had two plans on the table. We had plan A and plan B, and within plan A, the idea was to do it as a really expansive facial feminization. And we wanted to work with the hairline since I had a lot of DHT in my blood, so it caused my hair to start to recede into that milk pattern baldness, which is typical for men who are just living their lives day to day. And then of course I had that really high ridge forehead from the sinus cavity, and my brow bone was pretty well extended, even to the points where it was extended over my eye. And I have some photographs of what it looked like prior, and the brow bone came to the point where it was almost coming over the top of my eyelid. So I didn't really have much work of an upper eyelid. It was kind of like that all the time. So even with the physician said even if you weren't doing facial feminization, you could afford to at least shave down some of these brow bones so you can see better. And I'll definitely will talk about sight. Sight has been a really weird thing because I knew I was going to have swelling in the eyes, but I didn't think I was going to suffer from something called double vision. And double vision basically happens when you have so much bone that is removed at one time. Basically, the areas that should be in your blind spots that you're used to all of a sudden open up, and now you're getting all of this new information, and you gotta have your brain try to process it. So that's been a difficulty. So the pain is not a fun part of surgery, and there are some folks who I talked to who just took Tylenol, and they did great, and that's wonderful for them. And then even for yourself, you may just need Tylenol, and this will be a really simple surgery compared to the other two. Other folks like myself, we don't have much pain tolerance, so I've been on a high dosage of oxycodone to keep my pain down a bit, just because the swelling is pretty severe. So I'm taking pain meds every 6 hours. So I'm within my, we're on the tail end of my last dosage, so I feel a bit more coherent in the head. So that's why I'm going to make this video now, because if I made the video right after I took pain meds like I made the video last night, then it may just be really jumbled and very difficult to understand. So day 6, the great thing about day 6 is my eyes are finally open. I can see pretty much anywhere I want to look without trying to focus hard. On the first day of my surgery, when they took me upstairs into the hospital and I was inpatient for a day, my eyes were completely closed shut. They were so swollen that the doctor later came in and says, "You're not going to see anything maybe for a day." He said, "You're going to have to really rely on your parents and rely on your family or friends who are taking care of you." And I understood that. I understood there was going to be some swelling. And then day 2 came, and the swelling persisted. And then day 3, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be permanently blind. And then luckily by the end of day 3, I was able to finally get the bottom parts of my lids open. But we'll talk about the early stages of surgery later down in different videos, so we're not keeping this video too long. But I can definitely say on the first day, I thought my eyelids were down to here. It was such a weird sensation. And I remember crying, and I remember telling my family, I says, I'm never going to be able to open my eyes to see what I look like. And at the time, we were all bandaged up, really thick bandages around the neck. And so a lot of the pain I'm under today happened when every single night, well, we bandage. It's part of the paperwork's requirements. You bandage up the jaw and you bandage up the forehead. And that helps to kind of relieve the pressure points. I guess that's what it's supposed to do. And last night, my bandages slipped off, and I woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning in excruciating pain. And finally came out, popped some Tylenol, and then I realized, I was looking around like, where's my bandages at? And I found they were sitting on top of my bed, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's a weird place for them to be. So I said, oh, I'm just going to put them on there, and I'm a very aggressive rapper. And all in all, as I laid down and I got up the next morning, when the morning had finally came, and my mother came in to give me my pain medicine. And I remember when I got there, my eyes were squinted shut. They were so swollen. The whole cheeks were all puffed up, and my lip here was so swollen outward, and it looked like I was back at day 3. And I was like, oh no, what did I do to myself? Luckily, over the day, the swelling has went right back to the jaw. And so right now we are to the point where this entire section here, yeah, right there, this is it's really sensitive. So just simply touching hurts compared to like touching up here, which is sore, but I don't cry from it or cringe from the pain. The other thing that's really nice today compared to like last night's time was I'm starting to get more width to my mouth opening, so I'm able to form these words much more fluid-like instead of trying to pronunciate every word and every single syllable. So the only other things I could think of that's been a challenge for today is we're still working on the stitches. Luckily, they're all in great condition, and they're all in great place. You can see them up here, how they're all put in. But whenever I raise like that, I feel that right here, and then I feel it actually right here. So when I lower, like this, I feel all the pain here, and it goes down to the brow. So that's one thing that I haven't noticed was that facial expression. So being really happy, it definitely does transition to a different part of the face and may cause pain. So definitely find that as being an issue. The other thing I'm finding, as you can just see, I'm scratching, I'm really itchy. So a few nights ago, we had this really deep itch, and I was like, I wanted to get to it, but it was right in the jawline. I was like, oh, I'm not even going to touch there at all. So that's a entire weird thing. We're starting to get itches here up in the stitch line. And you can see here, the stitch line goes all the way to the ear, so it's in there. I'd actually have to go look for it. And it runs all the way up here, and it runs up this side. It comes down to a widow's peak, and it comes back here, and it runs all the way back here. And it runs, sorry, I had to wash my hair here. Yeah, it runs back here so you can see how it runs. Oh, there's some right there. And it runs to the back of the ear. So that was really nice. The other thing I'll say about the surgery is expect that your hair is going to be in the worst shape that you've ever seen it. We're not really supposed to wash up here much. We got to try to keep this dry. So it's still matted with the blood from surgery. So you can see how these lines here, they're completely stiffened. So it's stiffened by blood, and it's also stiffened by bacitracin that I've been put in to keep infection out of my stitches. Other than that, eating-wise, I'm eating mainly just fluid type items or soft material, so like pastas and noodles, or eating anything that is more of a liquid base. I tried eating some hard food, didn't go very well. So that's going to be it for this video here. We'll have another one posted probably later tonight about the conclusion of today, and we'll talk about one of the surgical processes. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments regarding facial feminization surgery, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer any of those questions respectfully. Please also note that I don't tolerate any negativity on this channel, so if you do put negative comments, I will correct those for you. Other than that, thank you for checking this video out, and I look forward to having different videos, maybe in different settings, and definitely will probably have a video also when I get my stitches removed, which will be exciting, so I can finally get my hair washed and cleaned and great. Alright, well, thank you. Have a wonderful day.